Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We're playing in the Hardcore Inquisitor League as a Volatile Dead Inquisitor, and today we're gonna run the Marshes map. Monsters have chaos and elemental resistance, as well as I have point blank. I don't really use projectiles, so I don't really care too much. So let's do this. There is no Shaper influence on the Marshes today, so it's going to be a very simple one. Marshes used to be a tier 3, also in the bottom left, so I wonder if anything has changed at all. Monsters having 20% elemental resistance means, of course, they're gonna take quite a bit less damage. So it's effectively as if they have more life. Of course, there is a fire penetration support linked in here, so monsters that normally had a 0 res, as I was saying, monsters that normally had a 0 res will now have 20. So rather than me doing 34% more damage, I'm only doing 14% more damage. So it is effectively a damage loss. Something like that, a Herald of Thunder. It's something that does a lot of burst damage to me is right now difficult to deal with. At some point I do want to get, at least after I'm level 75, I get the option of picking up a Doryani's Catalyst unique scepter. Things start at 50 chaos, so I'll have to farm about 40 more chaos or be lucky and find one of those lovely exalted orbs. Then I think they should still be worth more than that. Previously exalted orbs went for 80 orbs, I think, or 80 chaos, that is. I have no idea what the prices are right now. Okay. But no, as I said, no, that's a optimization. The life leech from that is gonna be pretty neat. So you get 2% of all elemental damage becomes leechable as life, which is quite a bit. Of course, it is still only 0.2%, so every 1000 points of damage you get 2 health. So you need to do quite a bunch of thousands of points of health damage in order to get something out of it. So even if though with I think a couple of episodes ago I was at around 25,000 DPS, that would be 50 health per second. That's no, my life regen currently is 3 to 4 or 5 times higher than that. Okay, I think I was a little too slow here. Oh, happens. Let's go back and pick up that Orb of Alchemy. I do like that. Another thing that was suggested to us to trade for a Atziri's Promise Flask that grants you a little bit of extra chaos damage based on your physical and elemental damage. It's global, so spell damage becomes chaos spell damage, so it works both for attacks as well as spells. But I think those are also somewhere between 5 and 10 chaos each, so I think by now I actually have enough chaos for that, but last time I sat down for some trading when I got the shield, I did not have that. Downside, of course, of Atziri's Promise is that it is a flask, so I'll have to give up one of my flasks for that. And you get leech in return, but it is temporary. Once you run out of flask charges, you are out of leech. So it becomes a panic / damage button of sorts Freezes you. Well, we have a solution for that. It's called anti-freeze flask. Okay. So Marshes map, the size of the islands, because effectively these are islands, they depend. Sometimes you get a couple smaller ones, sometimes you just get a large one with maybe like one extra. I think they just generate a random number and size, and the total surface is usually the same across all of them, but how it is divided is different. And sometimes it's not the first bridge already takes you to the boss fight, sometimes you do get to clear the entirety of the level before that. So I think usually it was Torre, the towering ancient, that guarded the marshes. There was a god power associated with him as well. Though of course the flask that you use to capture the god powers, last league it was so rare. I only found 2 in probably running over like 200, 250 maps. I only found 2 of the flasks. And those were both actually relatively early on. So not too bad. Because that could have been useful, not getting the powers for all the gods. I'm curious to see if that has changed, or whether I was just incredibly unlucky, or whether you're not really meant to actually get all the god powers. Though I think there's an achievement tied to it, so you would assume that you're sort of meant to, at least if you put your mind to it. I realize I'm still showing all the white endgame tier items, even if their sockets are all completely messed up. But there's enough of them that I think I probably can get away with just changing my loot filter to only show those that actually have a good number of sockets and links and things like that. Just to once again reduce the visual noise a little bit. Another abyss, another opportunity. Okay, it's going to the left here. Let's focus on completing the abyss rather than on talking. Oh, double diffusers, that is nice. Still here, that is good. Okay, it's moving north, that means I'm moving north. Okay, let's put the Decoy Totem a little off to the side here. Gold Skull, yes, there you go. Okay, it's gone again. Flooded Mine dropped. Ooh, Arcanist Strongbox, and we're into an area where I haven't been before. That is a little extra busy. But interestingly enough, if you pay attention to my energy shield, you see it is actually recharging back to full. It means I'm not getting hit. Otherwise it would take damage there, so that's interesting. And a superior body swap. That's the reward for doing maps. You get the superior version of body swap. If you're lucky. Just a quality version, of course. Getting reasonably filled up here. Oh, space for one more item. Let's see. What is in the Arcanist Strongbox? 60% increased items. So that is 60. It's currency box, so that is nice. Ice Nova, pack of magic mobs, 4 additional items, +1 chest level, and ignites me when activated. Okay, well. So Ignite is gonna strip my energy shield away, but that's it. And I'm too far away from the action to even get a Consecrated Ground on me. This was nice. Chaos, another fuse, an alchemy, chrome, and a chance. Chance orbs are useful for buying maps from Zada. there we are. And I think there were some more maps near the bottom somewhere. Or, no, yeah, there was a lookout map that dropped and I think also some currency. So let's backtrack a little bit. Well, backtrack after I'm done killing. Yeah, because this is where the abyss began. There is the flood of mines. Okay. Wait, a yellow map, a rat. And enough space to fit in the dagger. Sweet. So might as well just stash this away and then we'll have a look at it later. Getting flooded with ID scrolls is actually kind of useful since I do tend to pick up about as many as I use to identify all the rares I pick up. Sulfuric stuff. These are the nightmare scorpions. Be gone. Filthy things. I think scorpions are among the animals that just gross me out the most. It's whenever there's like an animal program or something on TV, it's scorpions are just the ickiest of things. It doesn't help that they're poisonous as heck either, but they just look very icky. Good thing that there are no scorpions here. Or anything poisonous or lethal, for that matter. The Netherlands is a very, very safe country to live in. It's very, very useful. Superior Cyclone. I think we got like one snake that might be poisonous, but I don't think it's even lethal poison. It might more like be poisonous as in like a wasp sting level poison. And there's maybe like 2 places in the entire country where they might live, so they're probably more afraid of us than we are of the snakes. Oh, with all of that said, 24 mobs remain, including this pack, so it is time for the boss. Time to see if Torre, the towering ancient, still rules this place. Or if someone took his place. Let's see. So let's just put some decoy up, corpses. Yep, Torre. Oh yeah, of course. I got a glowing sword over my head. I'm taunted. Yeah. You know what? I'll curse you. Decoy you. Not quite sure how smart it is to shield charge through someone who's cycloning, since then you kind of hit each other. But, well, gotta do something, right? But in the end, he bit the dust, and I did not. And no more monsters remain. So, Marshes, it got demoted by 1 tier. But that really is it. So we got burial chambers now, we have springs, we have ley lines, we have cells. Oh no, wait, there is the alleyways and the pen that I still have to get my hands on. So I think I'll be running the lookout map a couple times to see if I can get the tier 2 maps to spawn. And I will see you again next time. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next episode. Bye bye.